Picture me perfectly posed in a picturesque paradise, preparing to be painstakingly painted with a precision paintbrush. Picture a pool of prestigious patrons with pairs of pixel-peeping eyes persistently pondering the painting of a perplexing person with apparent pride. Picture me painted on the canvas of truth, with prominent, protruding strokes and hues of rage, bellows, and brute. It would sound absurd that a picture is worth 1,000 words if these nouns and verbs didn't agree like carabaos and birds. So, picture shades of pain drip dropping off the painter's brush as he outlines the contours of my painful past. Picture my struggles as smudges that stain the scene. Picture the hardships that harvested the hustler within. Picture the controlled chaos, the method to the madness, as the bristles of the brush carry paint and navigate the borders of the frame. Picture the irreversible impact made as colors meet canvas and the image is brought to life. Picture the birth of a creation through the creator's eyes. Picture the smile stretching apart the edges of the painter's lips as his breaths punctuate his bliss. Now, picture his fear, the pit inside his stomach as he tries in vain to stomach the possibility his work may not be accepted so much by small minds that filter the whole world through pinhole eyes. Picture the deep sadness the painter feels as he realizes that there isn't enough paint to feel the emptiness of armchair critiques or add color to their insane reveals. Picture the painter picturing his painting through the eyes of people who have never held a paintbrush for long enough to appreciate how hurtful it can be to fail to paint a perfect circle. Picture his heartbreak as he hangs his painting to be crucified by eyes of passers-by who won't even spare a sigh to look at a painting that took him months to complete and sign. Then, picture me as I try to paint a story of my journey through life and words, as I try to capture nightmares and miracles using pictures painted with a paintbrush dipped in buckets of letters and syllables. Picture the excess words bleeding off the canvas. Picture the mess around me as I try to pick and mix words in attempts to make new ones that will stay true to the old tale I'm telling. Picture the strokes broad and fine, the way words come to life from my tongue is so divine. Picture the colors of every sound you heard, how nouns and verbs dance around like herds of deer. Picture me taking a bow as I try to contain my wow in the rapturous applause of an innumerable crowd. Picture the roar of cheer and thunderous clapping as they stand on their feet in ovation. Picture the audience come to life as moment morphs into occasion, the vivid emotions painted on their faces, their teary eyes glued to the stage. Witness them as they experience the poet who became the poem, then penned himself into the painter's hand to be later painted on the canvas of time. Picture my sacrifice at the altar of perception. The man who laid himself bare, exposing his every flaw and weakness, his scars and mistakes, each mark and each trait quite dark and twisted. And as his pain was witnessed, his pen turned distress into grains of sweetness. A perfect picture painted by an imperfect hand. A perfect story told by an imperfect man, the man who told of the painter who he needed to paint his story onto the canvas of your heart. Picture me seated at my desk, scratching my head in attempts to pretend I'm oblivious to the obvious imposter syndrome I face. Picture me struggling to write a poem that will make you feel happy or sad, make you ecstatic or mad, a poem that will soar above the clever noises that drown out our humanity, a poem that will make you remember how to feel something, anything. But I'm stuck. And all I have is this line: paint me perfect.